lovely people, Mina here. Happy October. I am so excited. I love October. October is my favorite month and I just love everything about it. The leaves, the aesthetic, everything about fall is my favorite. Typically fall like fashion of wearing sweaters and things. It's currently been 80 plus degrees where I am, so I'm still in shorts and t-shirts, but eventually I'll be in fall fashion. Today I have Coraline on my t-shirt because I figured she is very fall Halloween-esque, very fitting, so I have Coraline. And that all being said, today I thought I would talk about my fall reads and what I want to read this fall. I have quite a stack. Wait, let me show you. I have quite a stack, and if you know me, like, y'all, if you know me, you know that I'm a slow reader. I listen to audiobooks while I read, which helps me like speed up my reading process, but I take a while to read books because, I don't know, I just really enjoy them, and then also life gets busy and then I have to put it down for a minute, and yeah. But I have a stack because I figured I should just have a bunch of options and then pick through and decide what I want to read this fall. And I figured I would just let you know what I'm wanting to read and what books I have. So today's video, autumn fall reads that I want to get around to. I feel like the first one that I'm currently reading, this is what I'm going to start with. Of course, it's like in the middle of the pile, is Water for Elephants, which last week, if you watched my video, if not, you can go watch it when you're done with this. I talked about Banned Book Week and how important it is to read banned books and talk about banned books and support banned books. That was last week. And so for Banned Book Week, I started reading Water for Elephants, and I'm halfway. I love this book so much. Oh my gosh, I was not sure if I was going to like it, but I had heard really good things. I love this book. I'm going to put this up there with Song of Achilles as one of my favorite books. It's so good so far. I'm only halfway. So next week, I planned on it this week, but I just didn't get around to finishing it. So I'll finish it this week and give you a book review. But so far, I love this book so much. So Water for Elephants. I'm putting this in fall reads because I'm currently reading it and I just love it. The next one, I'll do this one, is Moomin Land. Oh, nope, that's not what it's called. It's called Moomin Valley in November. I love Moomin. It's so cute. This is a children's book, but I think it can be for any ages, and it has little, like, I'll show you, like some of the little drawings in it. I've read a few Moomin books and they're always just super adorable. So Moomin Valley in November because it's fitting and I feel like it's going to be very fall-esque. Do you want to know the background? I'll read you the thing. In Moomin Valley in November, Snufkin, Philly Jonk, and Hemulen, and Grandpa Grumble and Little Toft have come to the Moomin's house for a visit during a gloomy November. But where are the Moomins? Super cute. I read Moomin Valley in midwinter and it was all about them like hibernating for the winter. But the story was just adorable. I've talked about it before. So I'm wondering if this will just have like the same vibe. I also love all the characters' names because they're just like random and just cute. Yeah. So Moomin Valley in November. Oh, this is another one I've been reading. Okay. So this one is a novel love story, which I started 2 weeks ago. I'm not super far into it because I set it down for a minute, picked up Water for Elephants for Banned Book Week, started that, and then now I'm going to go back to this once I'm done with Water for Elephants. But this is a novel love story which my younger sister lent me, and it's so cute so far. It's like fantasy mixed in, which I didn't know. So it's cute. It's about a girl who gets like stuck in an actual like storybook. And yeah, I love that it has a little fantasy element to it. And a rom-com book, which after I read Check and Mate, which is the last rom-com book I read, which my younger sister also lent me and suggested that I read. She gave me this one because I finished it on our camping trip with my family, and I was like, I need another book to read, and she was like, oh, here, I have this. And yeah, she really liked it and has read it, and she thought that I would like it, so that's this one, A Novel Love Story. It's really cute so far, so I think I'll love it. And I love a good like rom-com romance story because they're just kind of light and fun, or at least the ones I've read. And I love that this has the like a little bit of a fantasy element to it. I think that's fun. So that's this one. If you read it, let me know what you thought because I'm excited about that. The next one, again, my younger sister suggested that I read, is Six of Crows. I don't know why exactly I'm putting this in fall reads, but I feel like it kind of has like a, I don't know, it's magic, it's a heist kind of. It gives me like Halloween-ish, fall, cozy vibes. And she has been begging me to read this for the longest time, and I keep like putting it off. I'm like, yeah, I'll read it. And she's like, you're never gonna read it. So I have to read this because she has been begging me. I've started it and stopped it a few times. I literally got like 10 pages in, so like not very far. So I need to read this because I promised her that I would read it. And it feels very like, I don't know, I feel like I might need something a little bit lighter that's not like biography or autobiography-esque, because I read a lot of that. And so Six of Crows, which I know a lot of people have read this and really, really love it. So I need to read that one. So that's that. Okay, so next I have 3 different graphic novels. One is Anne of Green Gables, which is the newest one that I've purchased from a little local bookstore. And I talk about this in my banned books because it is a banned book, which is annoying. But I love the book Anne of Green Gables. I've not read the graphic novel. I've seen Anne with an E last year. Did I watch it? I think so. It was so cute and I loved it so much. So I bought the graphic novel. And of course, girly loves Octobers, so I just figured it would be perfect. And like, the illustrations and everything about this is just so great. So Miss Anne Shirley and her love of Octobers had to go into my fall reads book, and it's a graphic novel, which I love, and I think they're always so fun. So that one. And then Thoreau at Walden Pond, again another nature one. It gave me fall energy. I got to see Walden Pond this summer, which is really cool, and his little cabin. And I'll show you this one. It's like it's about his well, it's Walden Pond, his story, but it's about like what he basically sees and observes at Walden Pond, and it has very fall energy. He talks about leaves and trees and what have ya. So I figured that one would be a good fall one. Yeah. And I've not read this actual book, so I think the graphic novel will be interesting. That's that. And then the last graphic novel, I've had this one too for a minute, and then I keep picking it up and putting it back down and then like kind of forgetting. So I really, really, really want to read this fall. It's Pumpkinheads, which is about 2 people who work at a pumpkin patch, and I think it's a rom-com type-esque story, but it's also a graphic novel, which is so cool. I think graphic novels are so cool. Just because of like, I don't know, the art component. yeah. So that's this one. And it all takes place at a pumpkin patch, which, hello, that's the epitome of fall and perfect for fall. So, pumpkin heads, I'm excited. If you know anything about any of these books that I'm going to read, leave a comment down below because I would love to know. I'm excited about all of them. The next ones I have are, you guessed it, environmental books. Yes, because of course. Oh, and democracy. Because it's election season and why not? So democracy is, what's this one called? Democracy in Chains, the deep history of the radical right's stealth plan for America. Basically a book on billionaires overtaking the government. It seems fitting for the election season, don't we think? So that's why I am going to give this a try. It's a National Book Award finalist. I've heard really, really good things about it. Yeah, I'm excited. This one, when I'm reading books about, like, that have, like, research in them, they sometimes take me a bit longer to get into, so we'll see. I want to read this in, like, November-ish because of election season. Yeah. I'll see. I feel like you have to be in a certain mood for books, and so sometimes you pick it up and you start reading it and then you're like, I don't want to read this right now, and then you set it down and you come back to it. Maybe that's just me, but I have to be in like a certain mindset to read certain types of books. So this one I think will be good in November because election season. The next one I have is Greta Thunberg's No One Is Too Small to Make a Difference. This queen talking about the environment. And again, election season, November, this seems fitting, and just with everything that's been happening right now, like the hurricanes, I feel like it's really important to be reading about global warming and climate change and the environment. And the fact that it's 80 degrees where I am in November, or it's October, in October, yeah. So that's this one. On the same theme as the environment, I have All We Can Save, Truth, Courage, and Solutions for the Climate Crisis, because yes, of course, I'm going to read about the climate crisis. I just think it's really fascinating to read about Earth and the environment. I don't know, I'm kind of a nerd. But these are different like essays and like research on the climate and global warming and what have ya. I'm excited. I sent a picture of this to my younger sister, and I was like, I want to read this one next, or like soon. And she was like, oh, I'll read that too. So I love that. I read The End of the Night recently, relatively recently, which is about us losing the night sky to artificial light, and I thought it was really interesting and liked it, so I'm back on my reading books about the environment kick. The last book I have for my fall reads is poetry, because I always feel like I should have at least one book of poetry that I'm currently reading. And this one is The World Keeps Ending and the World Goes On. And she writes about basically how we've gone through different dystopian times, and the world through like World War II and to now. And I think she says, wait, I'll tell you. She says, many have called our time dystopian, but the world keeps ending, the world goes on, reminds us that apocalypse has already come in a myriad of ways for marginalized people. So that's kind of like the gist of this. I've read a few poems so far, and it's really beautiful. Yeah, I've really liked this so far. So that's this one. Again, another book about the world and what we're currently going through and what we're dealing with. So that's this. So that is it for my fall reads. Basically have 2 months, October to November, and we're going to see what I get through and how fast I can read. My goal is like a good chunk of these. They're not like all super long, so we'll see what I get through, but So that is it for my fall reads and this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you were reading for the fall, or if you have any like book suggestions, I would love to hear it, or what you think about my fall reads. That would be really fun to know. Leave a comment down below. If you want, you can subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. I love you all, and I will see you next week with a brand new video, and hopefully a book review, because Water for Elephants will hopefully be finished at that point. So hopefully a book review. I love you all, and I will see you next week. Bye!